Hey everybody, Joy here. Yes, I still exist, and yes, I'm still sewing and I'm still quilting and I'm still doing lots of stuff. I tell you what, it is so wet here. The fish are leaving town. It has been raining for a solid week. You look out my window, it is black outside and it is 11 o'clock in the morning. So I've had a really hard time staying chipper this week. Cloudy skies make me wilt. I'm bouncy and happy and have lots of energy most of the time, but when it gets cloudy and rainy, and it stays that way for over a week, I'm telling you, it really starts to dampen my spirits. But I have been busy, so I thought I'd stop by real quick and show you what I've been doing. I think I practically own Missouri Star Quilt Company by now. I just love, so many things that they have, and they are so organized, and their stuff is so neat, and their website is so easy to follow and find stuff. I just love it. So I've been buying things from them, but I wanted to show you one of the things I've been buying and why. Do you all remember my video about, what is it called? Crumbs. It's called Crumbs, and I learned it from Jenny Doan, and she learned it from a lady with a really long name. Let me see if I can remember it. Victoria Finley. I don't know. I think that's close though. Anyway, it's called Crumbs. And what you do, hold on, is you keep all your scraps. See all these scraps? Terry gave me some scraps, and I've been saving my scraps, and I have a table with a mountain of scraps. And so, what you do is just when you want to take a break or when you just have a few minutes, you start sewing those scraps together. And you just keep sewing them together until you have a 10-inch square, okay? So I have several. I don't know how many total I have, but I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them left. So what I ordered from Missouri Star Quilt Company, along with a ton of other stuff, is these 10-inch squares. Because if I have a 10-inch square and I want to make half square triangles, I need more 10-inch squares, right? So they had this really pretty, I don't know what it's called. They're 10-inch squares. What are they called? Layer cakes! And they're all navy blues. They're all the same navy blue, but they're all different prints. And they're just wonderful. I love them so much I bought some yardage of it to make myself some blouses. I just love it. So, what you do is you take one of these 10-inch squares and you put it on top of one of your Crumb 10-inch squares. See? And then you mark it. There's 2 different ways to mark it. And you mark it so you can sew it all around, and then you chop it all up into half square triangles. And so then I had all these half square triangles. I don't know if you remember my little baskets. My used to be friend, Diana. Remember, she was so adorable and she gave me so many gifts. This is one of the things that she gave me that I love. But I had these half square triangles all over the place, and I thought, where am I going to put these half square triangles? This basket's going to be full. And then I remembered that I had this, and so I started putting them in this basket. So here they are. This is how many I have so far. So when you get them sewn together, this is what you have. Half square triangles. Now the thing is that you end up with a lot of seams on the back from your crumbs. Can you see all the seams on the back? Very bulky for the seams, and some of them you end up with seams of a piece that's not even here anymore. Like there's this little piece of green and yellow, and most of it's gone. And so, if I had a pair of scissors, aha! My notion holder has scissors in it. I cut the extras off. You know, when that's all that's left is the seam, you do not need that in your quilt, okay? So, yes, the rest of it's actually here. So here's one. Now this is one piece of the navy blue. It's really pretty. And I cut out, however many, what do you get, 8? I think you get 8 out of one 10-inch. And then here's another navy blue. And so I have 8 with that navy blue pattern. Oh my gosh, so cute. And so then I have 8. Here's 16 because I've separated them, but here's 16 with 2 more navy blues. And so I actually can make a pretty big pattern already with these half square triangles. But I'm going to go through probably today, since it's rainy and ugly and icky outside, and I probably shouldn't be designing garments. I think I'll go ahead and make the half square triangles out of all the rest of these today. And then I'll have a new quilt to put together. And then when I end up with a new quilt, I have no clue where I'm going to put it. You know, I find people don't really like quilts. I made quilts for my new baby, but she didn't care anything about them. She doesn't use them at all. She'd rather have the minky or the regular type blankets. She doesn't use the quilts that I made her at all. In fact, you know the little quilt I made here with the animals? They didn't even notice it. It's like, who cares? So, you know, if you don't quilt and you don't make quilts, they're just nothing to you. And I know that because I used to didn't quilt. Years and years ago, you know, we have a medical equipment business, and we used to sell a lot of oxygen and have a lot of oxygen patients. Well, we had one of our oxygen patients. It was a really old man and his wife, and he was on oxygen and he only had days to live. And something happened to his oxygen, and Jerry and I were out, or got a phone call in the car, because I don't usually go, is my point. And so since I was with Jerry, I had to go with him. And so we drove over to these people's house, and I went inside and introduced myself, and the woman was very, very sweet and friendly, and the man was so sick. I felt so sorry for him. But she said, "Oh, I just finished a quilt. Do you want to see my quilt?" I'm like, oh yes, show it to me." So she took me in the bedroom and she showed me this quilt, which covered her bed. I mean, it must have been queen size or king size. And if I remember right, it was like sunflowers or some kind of flowers. And I looked at it and I just thought, oh yeah, it's really nice. And of course I made over it and told her it was beautiful, but I really had no idea in the world what it was. You know, to me it was just some cloth sewn together and thrown on the bed. I had no idea. If I saw it today, oh my gosh, I would sit down, I would look at the piecing, I would look at the quilting, and I would just be, oh, so different on how I felt about it. So, anyway, the point is, I don't think it's going to do any good to make quilts for my baby anymore, or for the kids, because I really don't think they're into them. But anyhow, I'm still going to make them because I love to make them. And I think I'll just, have you seen, oh, hello, have you seen, of course you've seen, Edith Sitar and so many of the other quilter teachers have dozens and dozens of quilts, and they even buy antique quilts. And they have these cabinets that they buy, and the quilts are folded and they're just stacked up in the cabinets. And so I thought, well, maybe I could get rid of a couch or something that I'm not using, put a cabinet on the wall, and stack my quilts in there. You know, I don't know. Maybe someday, 100 years from now, somebody will go to a garage sale, and this quilt that I made will be there, and they'll say, we don't know who made this, and we don't know how old it is, but some lady will say, oh, it's an antique, I can't wait to have it. We shall see. Whatever the purpose, I want to keep making them if they're just to keep here. Okay, so what else have I been doing? That's my one fun thing I've been doing. In a little while, I'll lay them out on the floor and I'll snap a picture. And if you'll go over to my blog, I'm not trying to gather people at my blog. You don't have to subscribe to it. I'm not doing advertising. I'm not making any money with it. It's just, it's easier to put pictures on my blog than it is here on my vlog, okay? So if you want to see what it's going to look like, you can go over there, Joyful Dash Expressions. If you'll just Google Joyful Dash, don't forget the dash, it'll come up and you can choose it and you can go there. And the date, if you're watching this and it's 20 years from now, today's date's February 24, 2018, and that's where the pictures will be. Or maybe the 25th or 26th. Sometimes it takes me a while to get the pictures uploaded, but in that area, find the blog post for that day and you can see the pictures. Okay? What else have I been doing? Well, I have a new lady that evidently does not like me. Her name is Judy. Judy Kessinger. And she seems like a very nice lady. I met her by taking a video expo. I went to this video expo, I paid for it, and then you could take all these classes there like you went to a live expo, but instead they were just videos. Well, this is one of the ladies that had a class there. And she talks about this one pattern that's all you need, that you can make every garment in the whole wide world with, except for pants. Okay? So, it is a super, 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 super simple pattern. No bust dart. You're supposed to be able to make knits or cottons or anything. So here's, this is it, 2 pieces. And this isn't even hers. This is my fix of hers. Front and back. This is it. Hello. And a sleeve. Okay? And you're supposed to be able to make everything in the world from it. And she gives you this PDF where you can go and you can look at the PDF, and she tells you how to sew it and how to do different necklines and how to do different fixes. Well, of course, the very first thing I wanted to know, because I wanted to make knits with it, I thought, well, I wonder how she does an FBA. Because you know you have to have an FBA. You just have to. I mean, how many years have I been taking sewing lessons? How many years have I been sewing? How many garments have I made? You have to have a bust dart. Even if the bust dart doesn't show and isn't sewn, it is still in every garment somewhere. So, I looked and I looked. She didn't have any information anywhere about if you need a bust dart, if you need additional room in your boobs, this is what you do. Nothing. So I emailed her. And I said, I was really surprised you didn't have information on how to do FBA. She emailed me back. Well, you stupid idiot, that's my interpretation, you don't need a bust dart. She said, things are different now. Fabrics are different, styles are different. You don't need a bust dart anymore. I'm like, what? You gotta be kidding me. So I thought maybe she didn't understand me. She probably thought I wanted to have a bust dart. Like, I just happen to like bust darts like Madonna, you know. I thought, oh, she didn't understand me, so I emailed her back. And I said, no, I don't want a bust dart to show. I don't want to sew it in. I just want to do an FBA, give me more room where I need it, more length, more width. So, do you have a place that shows you how to do that? No, she emails me back. Oh, no, you don't know what you're doing, you don't need one, blah, blah, blah. So I emailed her back and kind of nicely said, okay, well, I found one somewhere else and I did it and it worked great. And she emailed me back and said, I'm tired of talking to you. If you want to talk to me, call me. She's tired of emailing me. If you want to talk to me, call me. Well, I don't want to talk to her because obviously she doesn't agree with me and I don't agree with her and we're going to get nowhere. But anyhow, her pattern is extremely simple. If you don't have problems with full bust adjustment, if you have big arms, if you have a big belly, if you have big hips, she talks about all of that. She tells you how to do your shoulders. Her pattern is extremely simple. And I am using it to make nightgowns, sleep shirts. And of course I could do my shirt fit designs, of course, but you know, I like to try new things. Philly likes to try new things. I thought, well, I'll try her thing. You know, maybe she has some cute patterns I can copy or whatever. So, I'm making nightgowns with it. Yes, I put a full bust adjustment in it. Right here it is. Here's the width, and here's a little bust dart. And instead of sewing the bust dart in, I simply gathered it into the back. Okay? Now, that is on the third one that I did. I've made 4 of these nightgowns now. The first ones I actually sewed the bust dart in. Well, my lightning fast mind. The problem with sewing a bust dart in or fitting a bust dart is if you're going to wear it as a nightgown, unless you wear your bra to bed, your boobs are not going to be in the same position as when you have a bra on, or at least mine aren't. Maybe yours are, maybe you're 15 and they're up here around your neck. But with a bra and without a bra are 2 different depths. Mine's an inch difference, okay? And so I didn't think about that when I made the bust dart. So when I made this red one's cute, but the fabric is horrible. By the way, there's different qualities of knit fabric. This is a horrible one. It's very, very thin, very thin. It actually has a hole in it someplace, came with that. Well, I'd already washed it and cut it out and everything else, so it's too late. I've had it for 2-3 years. I can't call and say, hey, this fabric has a hole in it. But anyway, This one has the sewn-in bust dart. And I put this little patch on the front of it. I thought that would be cute, and it is. But I'm throwing this one away or giving it to the Goodwill because it's just so thin. It's just, it hangs too much and reveals too much, if you know what I mean. It's just too thin. So anyway, this was the last one I made with the bust dart. This is the one that I realized when I put it on, the bust dart was aiming up here and I was aiming down there. And so I thought, I have to figure out how to do this without a bust dart. So I made another one. Well, this is the one I just made, and I made this one yesterday. See it? No bust dart. No bust dart. This is a heavy knit. This is probably a too heavy knit, but it was really comfortable in bed last night. See? And see over here? No bust dart. But the bust dart is there. It's just gathered in on the side. You can't see it at all. So the extra width is here, the extra length is here. It fits like a dream. My husband even told me that is really cute. So this is proof positive. You can put an FBA in the master pattern from FitNice Systems. I did it and it works fabulously. And you can see it right here how I did it. I'll show it to you in a minute, okay? So, this is the last one I made, no bust dart. I'll show you the first one I made. I think I already showed you guys this one. This is the cutest one. I love this one. When Lauren and John came, she loved this one. She said, oh, Grandma, make me one of those for my birthday. Remember the zebras with the glasses? Well, this is the one Lauren liked the best. But, of course, it's made to fit me. So, well, my stuff fits her pretty good, too. But I really like this one because it goes with my black stretchy pants, and I really like it. So I've got to try to get some more of this fabric to make her one. But this one has the sewn-in bust dart too. But it's just in such a way it doesn't show very much. And so, and of course it doesn't point in the right way. But anyway, I love it. This, I don't know how you call this knit compared to the other ones. What was that about the Three Bears? Too hot, too cold, just right. This is just right. The red one is way too thin. I don't like it. And this one is nice, but it's a little heavy. And so it kind of weighs, you know, compared to this one. This one weighs 3 times what this one weighs. This one's just almost weightless. So that's it. If anybody cares. That's all I've been doing. Nightgowns and crumbs and hat square triangles. I've got my Bargello all quilted, and I probably showed it to you in my last, I think, but go over to my blog again, and there'll probably be pictures of my 2 quilts that I just made recently, okay? So, that's all I know. And I'm going to go downstairs and check on my mother, and then I'm going to come back up here and make more hat square triangles, and then I'm going to arrange them some way, and then I'll take a picture. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys something. I forgot to tell you, I can't say goodbye yet. Jerry and I live in the woods. I guess you guys know that. We have 11 acres in the woods, and we're kind of back in the corner, and our property touches core land on each side. So, I mean, it looks like our land just goes on and on, but most of it isn't ours. And it seems like people who have kittens and puppies have decided that this corner of the earth back here is a good place to dump off their pets' babies. And so we now have our own 3 cats and 3 stray cats. And last night we had an additional 2 puppies. Go over to my blog and you can see their picture. They are so cute. 2 little girls. They're the exact kind of puppy I like. Short-haired puppies, all different colors, and sweet. You know, just mutts, a mix of several different breeds, you can tell. And I'm sure they were sisters. They were the same size, different colors, but the same size, and they were just all over each other because they were afraid, scared they wouldn't come to us. Somebody's thrown them out or been mean to them. And so we discovered these 2 little puppies hidden way back in the corner under our shelves in the garage last night. So Jerry and I are out there crawling around, moving ice chests and moving all kinds of gardening equipment and boxes and everything else, trying to get to these 2 puppies. And I gave them a bed, and we gave them food, and we gave them water, and we couldn't get them to come to us. So we went out there this morning, and oh my goodness, We went to the neighbors and got some dog food for them last night. Well, evidently puppies have to go potty a lot. There was pile after pile after pile after pile. We opened the door and here's our 3 cats. Let us in, let us in, let us in. Sticking their heads in the door. So this morning we had to clean up all of the little puddles that they left and all the little mounds that they left. And Jerry tried to get them. We were going to take them to a shelter. And it's a real nice shelter. We've been there several times. And they take really good care of the animals there. And they even have advertising on some radio programs where they tell about the pet and they try to get them adopted to homes. And that's why we've been there before. We've been there to find a kitty or take some other strays or whatever. Anyway, we went out this morning and we tried to catch him. We were going to take him to that shelter and we never could. And so I gave him a bed and I told Jerry, I said, I'm going to open the door a little bit. You know, the big garage door, open it up about this far because I said, I think they'll go outside to go potty if they can get outside. And since he couldn't catch him anyways, he thought, okay, fine, we'll open the door. So anyway, we opened the door. They both just stayed there and they didn't move. So we finally just came in the house. Well, Jerry went out about an hour later and the puppies have left the premises. They are gone. We don't know where they went, but maybe they'll be back tonight. I don't know, but or maybe they actually belong somewhere. I hope so. But anyhow, pray for those 2 little puppies because they are really cute. And so now I have to go. I'll be back soon. Bye.